Good morning, friends. It's time for another writing lesson. Did you enjoy writing in your journal yesterday? People shared really great ideas, things they did, things they just wanted to tell me about. It was nice to get to know you from your writing. Thank you. We're going to be writing in our journals again today. You can use this journal. It's kind of handy because it has space for the date, to draw a picture, and then nice lines for using your best handwriting. But if you write in another kind of journal or other lined paper, that will work too. Today we're going to talk about sentences. There's several parts of sentences we'll talk about, but we'll keep talking about these for many days, and we'll have lots of time to practice. So this is just the first talk about it. So don't worry if there's some things that are confusing to you. We'll keep working on it till everybody learns it. The first part I need to tell you about a sentence is that a sentence tells a complete thought or a whole idea. When you write, you want to give somebody a whole idea, a whole sentence. It does that by saying who or what did something and what it is they did. Let's give some examples. That might help. So if I wanted to write about my dad. Oh, I know, I'm going to write about Dad today. And I write my dad. Okay, is that a sentence? Does it give a whole idea? My dad. Well, what about Dad? Did it tell us something about him? Did it tell us what he does? Does it tell us where he went or what? No. It's who is my dad, but it didn't say what he did. It didn't tell us anything about Dad. That is not a sentence. Let's try something else. What if we say, my dad drives a truck? Is that a whole sentence? Is that a whole idea? Let's see. Who is it about? My dad. And what did he do? Oh, he drives a truck. It gives you a whole idea. It tells you something about Dad. That is a whole sentence. Let's try another one. She runs fast. She runs fast. Is that a sentence? Is that a whole idea? Who or what did something? She. Now, it doesn't tell us if you're talking about mommy or your grandma or your sister, but it says she, so that's who it is about. Did she do something? Runs fast. So that would be a complete sentence. She runs fast. It's telling you a whole idea. What about if I write in the puddle? Is that a sentence? In the puddle. Do we know who or what did something? Do we know what they did? No. In the puddle? Did somebody fall in the puddle? Did you lose your toy in the puddle? Did you fall in the puddle? I don't know. It's not a whole idea. If someone comes up to you and just says, in the puddle, will you know anything new? Nope. That is not a sentence. Let's try one more. I like to eat brownies. Oh, I'm hungry just writing that sentence. I like to eat brownies. Is that a whole idea? Who are we talking about? I, and since Mrs. Rose wrote the sentence, it's obviously about me. I is what it's about. And what did I do? Oh, I like to eat brownies. Did I tell you a whole idea? Yes, I did. My dad drives a truck. She runs fast. And I like to eat brownies are all whole ideas. Do you get the idea? Do you see what makes it a sentence? There's three other parts of sentences we need to talk about. One is putting spaces between your words. If somebody's going to read your writing, you need to have spaces between your words. I bet in kindergarten your teacher told you to put 2 fingers, and you have smaller fingers than I do. Sometimes I just need one. Put 2 fingers between your words. that separates each word. Like she runs fast is 3 words. I can see 3 separate words. So we need to be sure to put spaces between our words when we write sentences. Does anybody know what else a sentence needs? What goes at the beginning of a sentence? You're right, a capital letter. So, I'm looking here. Oh, I forgot my capital letter. I better erase it and make it an uppercase, a capital M. She runs fast was a sentence. Does it have a cap? Oh, forgot my capital again. I'll erase that one and make it a capital letter. Now, I changed the color of my pen just because I can. You don't change colors. You just keep writing in pencil. But now it's a capital. And the word I, oh good, it already has a capital letter. Then, what goes at the end of the sentence? Do you remember that? That needs to be a period or some other punctuation. It might be a period. It might be a question mark. Usually, today, we'll probably mostly have periods. Or it can be an exclamation mark. And we see that in the books we read. So it needs to have punctuation. My dad drives a truck. That's the end of my sentence. I need to tell the reader I'm done by putting a period. She runs fast. Oh, needs a period. I like to eat brownies. Needs a period. Now all my sentences are complete. They have a whole idea with spaces between the words, starting with a capital and ending with punctuation. Those are complete sentences. Today, you're going to be writing in your journal. When you write, I need you to be sure that you do that your sentences are whole ideas, have spaces, capitals, and periods. One way to help you remember to do that is when you get done writing a sentence, then go back and underline the first letter and make sure it's a capital. If it's not, fix it. And then at the end, circle where you put your punctuation, just to kind of focus on that today. She runs fast. Up, yep, I have my capital. That's an uppercase S. Up, and I remembered my period at the end. I like to eat brownies. I remembered that capital because when I write I, it's always uppercase. And at the end, I have my period. So that's my writing complete sentences. Your assignment today is to write 3 facts about giraffes, because in our read aloud, I read you today, it was about giraffes and gave you information about giraffes. I'm not going to write sentences about giraffes because then I'd be stealing all the ideas you might want to write about. So for my example right now, I'm going to write about hippos, but you're going to be writing about giraffes. So I'm going to think of 3 facts, 3 things about hippos. I'm not writing about the time I saw a hippo in the zoo. That would be about me. I'm writing about facts about hippos. It doesn't have to be in the read aloud book. If you want to, you could go listen to that again to get some facts. It can be facts you already knew from a different book, from what your brother told you, from what you did see at the zoo, but you're writing facts about hippos. Let's see. I'm going to write hippos are big. And I'm using my sounds to spell. Hippos are big. There's my first sentence about hippos. Hippos are big. Here's my next idea. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot something. I've got to check 3 things. Spaces, whole idea, oh, I can't underline it. It's not a capital H. I have to erase my H and make it capital. Hippos are big. And there's something at the end I'm missing. Now I have my capital H and my ending punctuation. Hippos are big. I'm not going to make a list of sentences. I still have room here to write some more, so I'm going to keep writing. Okay? They And I'll just use my sounds to spell. They have short, short. They have short tails. Tails. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot my period. Okay. Is that a whole idea? They have short tails. Yeah, we're talking about they, them, those hippos. And what do we know about them? Oh, they have short tails. So that's a complete idea. That has spaces. It has, forgot my capital. Darn it. I'll erase that T and make it an uppercase T. Now I can underline my capital, they have short tails, and circle where I remembered my period. That just helps me focus in on those things. Those are 2 facts about hippos. I need a third. I know. This wasn't in the book, I don't think, but I could tell it from the pictures. They live in water. So I'm going to, I just glanced my eyes up there. I already wrote the word they, and I see it's at the beginning of that sentence. It's at the beginning of this sentence too, so I remembered my capital. They live in, now I have to spell in correctly. That's an easy word. They live in water. I'll stretch water. They live in water. Up, and my period. Now I've got to check. They, yep, got it. They live in water. Got all my words and my period. Okay, so now my writing in my journal is done. Hippos are big. They have short tails. They live in water. Your assignment is to get out your journal. Don't write about hippos. You're going to be writing about giraffes. Write 3 facts about giraffes, and then take a picture and send it to me. I can't wait to learn what you know about giraffes.